pushback against the president-elect when he said he would fine companies that were moving their operations overseas, Natalia.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one principle that's been dear to the hearts of Republicans and conservatives, it's that you don't slap a tax on somebody because you don't like their business decisions. I mean, that violates almost every principle that economic conservatives hold dear, from having a level playing field, not picking winners and losers, and not using taxes to enact social policy. So the fact that he's done everything from go after companies for moving folks overseas, jobs overseas, to Boeing for its contract, on Air Force One, and to this threat to impose a 35% tax on companies that ship jobs overseas and then try to re-import those products, it violates, again, the conservative orthodoxy we were talking about. And to the extent you've seen a little bit of pushback from Republicans like Paul Ryan and Kevin McCarthy, it's been on those issues.
Lisa.
To me, this is going to be one of the most fascinating political storylines to watch in the first year of the Trump administration, which is how the Republican Party, who are leading on Capitol Hill, who are empowered to do a lot of things, square their decades of conservative orthodoxy with some of these things that Trump is doing. And so far, it's been pretty tortured. I mean, Kevin McCarthy came out and gave this press conference this past week where he was, he didn't want to answer questions. He was tiptoeing around, repeated, sort of critical questions about Trump's trade policies. And he was sort of all over the map. And then he finally said at the end, a little exasperated, let's take a deep breath. He's not sworn in yet. So I think this is going to be a really hard line for a lot of these Republicans, particularly Paul Ryan, to walk. And they also don't want to invite their own nasty tweets from the president's bully pulpit, especially Paul Ryan, which has this very, complicated, contentious history with Trump.